Welcome back to Planetbase, and we are just about to finish the night here on day 10. Let me just take off the tops of the structure so we can see what's going on. I played this just a few minutes ago, just to try and remember basically where I was. And I did manage to sort out the people who were sick. There was one girl who had a broken arm or something, and she was waiting around a long time because there was no medical supplies. But eventually I did get some medical supplies from a trading ship, and I managed to get her sorted out, and two more of her colleagues. So this is a trading ship, and I don't really see anything I want, and anyway there's nothing I can trade. I need the very important medical supplies. These are the things I have, and I need them all, so I'm going to dismiss the trading ship. I've also turned off the authorization for any more colonists to come here, because as I was playing I've realized I'm having some problems here. One problem is food. I've got 3 meals left, and almost from the beginning of this particular gameplay, since starting this colony, I've kind of been in a struggle with food. There never seems to be enough. There's the sign again. Our food stocks are low. There seems to be always some poor person walking around with this sign over them, which means they're hungry. The head drops. Shoulders are a bit stooped. Not happy. That person's not happy. And the problem here is when people become dejected and unhappy here, as you can kind of see from this guy, they don't do anything, which is quite a nice touch. It's probably like, it's kind of like in reality. If you get depressed, you tend to become listless and you don't want to do anything. And sometimes the very kind of cure, that's exactly what he's doing. He's going to bed, and I like that, because that's what I do sometimes if I'm depressed. You just have to go to bed, but it's not really the cure. It's best to sometimes to keep occupied. If you keep yourself occupied, the state you're in may lift, and you may be surprised that you can kind of snap out of a depressed state. But oh dear, I don't know whether these things are, they're completely empty, both machines. I think this person here has just put one in now, so there's 1 meal, and hopefully this is another one. There's 2 meals. So it'd be nice if this guy would come back, or this person, because there's 2 meals in here now. Come on, both of you, eat something. Ah, good. Why? Someone was is she going to, are you going to eat? And is it a, no. Sometimes the mechanics of this game, you see this person here, it would seem like she wants to eat, but perhaps, oh, she's eating now, good. That's actually the girl that was sick. Marks, she spent about a week in sickbay waiting for the proper medical supplies to come along. So I am watching her and make sure she's okay. I've kind of become obsessed about some of my colonists. So she's okay, she's going to eat, but there's so many people. There's so many people going around with a sign over their head, which either means they're suffering from very low morale, or they're suffering, as you can see, from hunger. And of course, like I said, this is the real fear, because this Anna Simpson is a biologist. She's responsible for making the plants that make the food, and if she gets hungry and gets depressed and does what she's kind of doing now, which is kind of wandering around and not working, then the plants will start to suffer. And of course, if the plants, you can see here this radish pad is in excellent condition, the potato pad is in excellent condition, but these things, if they're not looked after, they will rot. And then we're really going to struggle, because there's going to be no food at all. Right now, what I'd like to see is that a trading ship would come with lots and lots of food supplies, because then I could just trade for some food supplies. On the good side, I'm building lots and lots of solar panels, because on this planet there is no atmosphere, so there's no wind, and the only way you can get power here is by these solar panels. The nights seem to be very long, and the only thing keeping me going at night in terms of power are these batteries. And that is the other problem I've been facing here, is every night I run out of power. I'm starting to get very concerned with the amount of signs over people's heads. This is not good. It's like there doesn't seem to be a single colonist now that's not got some problem or other, except Willita Alongi, and she's a biologist, so that's good news, because when the biologists go, we are in trouble. And since starting on this base, that's been the situation. Got the feeling I've been just hanging in here from the beginning. And of course now you can see that people are not working at the processors anymore. This robot needs to be fixed. It's got a symbol over it saying that it needs a spare part. Spare parts are made in the factory in this machine, but you can tell by looking, there's just nobody's working. Well, these guys, I'm not quite sure what these guys are doing. I guess they're fixing things up. Ironically, I've now got quite a good stock of medical supplies, and no need for them. But I don't know what to do here. There's no point in building another food machine. This is the lab where they're making the kind of artificial meat stuff. So there's somebody working there. And I don't really have the materials to build any more biodomes for producing plants and stuff. I could get rid of this tree, I suppose, and put in some more food. I may have to do that. Let's try that. So let's go in here and see what we can put. Let's put some potatoes. Hopefully that will get built quickly. And over here, What have we got? Everything seems to be... I can't seem to click on this plant here. Is this the medicinal plant? Ugh. Why won't you let me click on this thing? It's a wheat plant. Even if I build another one of these machines to help produce more artificial meat, there's just nobody working on it, so I don't know if that would do any good either. You can see these people are just... Rosanna Jenkins is getting very, very low. If this bar drops down to the bottom, then she's going to pass away on us. And the same thing for this girl. So yeah, I could really do with a trading ship with about 10 extra meal portions. That might save the day. It's the kind of good thing about this game. Until then, I don't want to build any more places. I mean, there are various structures I'd like to build, but I don't want to... I'd rather that people didn't have to start building things at the moment. Anyway, I don't really have very much. Well, I've got no metal. I've got one, but it's going to be used up somewhere. On the bright side, I've got plenty of power. At least I hope I have plenty of power when the night time comes, which will be in 3 hours time. Oh no, I'm actually... Am I in the night time here? It's hard to tell on this planet. You can't move the frame around here. This is kind of all. You can't move up and see the sky. But I'm going through the night and I haven't had to turn off anything. The big problem I've had here in the past was that every time the night comes, these batteries of power, I only had 2 and they used to keep running out, so I would have to switch off everything here during the night. Ah dear. And still we've got no food. It's a very kind of bleak situation if the biologists get sick. Because in this game there is only certain people that work in certain places, and in the biodome here with the food, it is only the biologists that can work there. Nobody else can work there. I'm getting a warning here to tell me that there's a solar flare imminent. Now, a solar flare means that everything is going to get incredibly bright, but also the levels of radiation on the exterior of the planet are going to go through the roof. And so ideally what I'd like to do now would be to be able to stop everybody from going out to the planet's surface. So what I'm going to do is if this person you can see that there's a sign over their head. That's a radiation sign, because at the moment they're all picking up radiation. I've got 2 more here. All these people I've got radiation poison now. I mean, I don't want you to go out, so God, how do I do that? Stop. Go back. Oh, didn't work. What I'm trying to do is get everybody inside, and when they're all inside I'd like to turn off this airlock so they can't go outside. Well, as if starvation and fatigue wasn't enough. Now I've got half the crew down with radiation sickness. You can see how bright it's getting on the surface. No, you don't go out. Stay in. I should keep the airlock locked unless I see somebody on the outside trying to get in. I have to say it's looking pretty desperate. I don't know if there will be a third episode of this, because as I watch here, and now we're running out of war as well. Before I do that, the solar flare is gone, so let me just make sure I turn on this thing. So no water. I need to make another water extractor. Now God knows how long that's going to take. If I could just do a small one somewhere. This thing is a water extractor, a small one, but by the time that gets built, gee. So the problem here is now there's no water, which means the plants are going to probably... They're still in good condition, excellent condition. I must admit that's a new one on me. I've never known the water to run out before. And I don't know what to do about that. I'm building another water extractor, but that's going to take some time for that to be constructed. In the meantime, in the meantime, I've got half the crew down with radiation poison. I've got the other half starving to death, and I've got no food there. No food there. So I'm not sure if there's anything I can do here. I really need the... I've just lost somebody. I've lost Cristobal. Cristobal has passed away due to radiation poisoning. That's not him, is it? No. So I've lost one of my colonists. I had 22, I've got 21. Cristobal is no longer with us. He did some great work at the beginning. I believe he helped build that mine. He was a good worker. But he's not going to be the only one if things don't change. He's going to be joined by quite a lot, because you can see all these people are slowly starting to succumb to malnutrition. I think what I need to do is put all the, if I can do the priority onto the tomorrow. I could have thought of this before. Where's the laboratory is here. So I'm prioritizing work. I don't know how well this will take effect, but I want everybody to start working here, here, and here. But you can tell at the moment I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I've got 8 people asleep. So far it's just been Cristobal that we've lost, but I've only got one meal. I've got one meal and I've got about 10 people to feed. Oh, at last. Now let's pray to God that there is some food on this trading ship. And there is 5. I've got to get these as quickly as I can. I don't want that. No, I don't want that. Just this thing now. How do I... there. Okay, trading ship. That's giving me food, but that's not going to happen straight away because they've got to bring the stuff, give it here, and then they've got to bring the food. So let's speed things up a little bit because I can't bear to watch this slow death here. So what they're going to do here at the moment is they're going to go out this airlock, whoever has enough energy left. I've got the there was a little sign there saying that the new water extractor has been built, so I hope that's in time to give water to the plants. So they need to bring things here and then they need to bring the food from the ship back in, and they need to put the food into the food maker, meal makers here. So here they come, these guys here, they're all bringing the food and they're just eating it straight away, so that may help. Let me slow this down. I didn't see what happened there, but I'm just assuming that they just kind of grabbed the food from the trading ship and they just more or less brought it in here and started eating it immediately. He's eating. So hopefully these very nasty signs will start to disappear. Come on, guy. There's food in the thing. One of the problems with this game is because of the way the AI is. I think sometimes someone like this person here, for instance, they want to eat, but it's like they're waiting their turn, you know. I can't click on the person, but it's like they're waiting for a turn because it's like they think there's a queue here or something, and yet at the moment there's nothing here. There's no food. Anyway, it would seem that we've lost Anna Simpson as well. Anna Simpson has died of starvation. Anna Simpson has died of starvation and we've run out of food. We're down to 19 people. I think we've lost 3 people. We've lost 3 people and the morale of the people left is extremely low. You can see all these... look at that guy. His morale is almost to 0. I don't know what happens when that gets to 0. I guess he dies of depression, I guess. So he's not going to do anything at the moment because he's just super depressed. He needs to kind of meditate or something. You need some kind of a guru or something on this base to try and give these guys some spiritual help. What's his name? H.R. Hayden. I think H.R. Hayden could be our next casualty because he looks like he's going to kill himself or something. And I can't do anything because I just don't have the resources to build anything, do I? What could I... it seemed kind of pointless to try and build a bar or a gym at this point when everybody's dying of starvation. But let's... what happened there? Ah, here we go. Let's try and... oh, this is going to take it. This is a bar, and it will help with morale, but I don't... it may be a bit pointless the way things are going here. It's not easy, this game, and at the beginning when you've got not that many colonists, although I do have more than... because you start off with, I think on this base I only started off with 5, so it's very easy to lose everybody in the space of 10 minutes. But even here I've got 19, I've lost 3. But when the signs, these warning signs, some of them are yellow and some of them are orange, and when it goes to orange it means it's getting critical for these people. Yellow is bad, orange is worse, and red, well, red must be, yeah, red is near the end, I think. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this guy. I can understand the food or somebody being sick or radiation poison, but to sort out the morale, let me see. If he would go somewhere like the canteen here, maybe I could put in a plant. Let's put in a plant. It seems stupid, but apparently having plants and things around helps the morale. This person's going to need some medical assistance, and that person's going to need some medical assistance. So there we go. I've got no food, I've got no medical supplies, and it would seem for some reason that everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people have got some kind of injuries as well. So there's another person injured. You look at the plant. It's not been, the plant is not built yet. I've got 3 people with injuries. Everybody else have low morale. I don't see anybody working on the plants, which are not in excellent condition now. They're just in good condition. It looks like my robot here is KO'd. The robots need to be looked after as well. They need spare parts. I do have spare parts. So maybe this person can help the robot. No, that person's going inside. So on that kind of depressing note, really, I think I should call this an episode. And well, it's an awful sorry looking state here. I've got sick people, everybody else is in bed. Nobody, well, there's a few people still working on the food here. Nobody's working over here. It's a sorry looking base at the moment. But the decorative plant has been built, so on that small ray of good news, we shall call this an episode, and when we come back we will see if Scott and H.R. Hayden, oh well, there you go, see, H.R. Hayden is now looking at the plant, as strange as that seems. I think that may have given his morale a little boost. But there's still so many problems here. The only good thing is that I seem to have enough power now to keep the place going at night. So I shall leave these guys for now. We're just really just hanging in there. I've still got 19, nobody else has died. And when I come back next time, I shall see if I can build the bar here. That should improve morale. And then I can also try and trade for some more TVs, some alcohol, things like that, and maybe build a gym as well for people to work out. That may improve the morale. And hope that we can keep the food problem at bay. But until then, I will say adios as we watch these people eat. Adios.